We're just running through a scenario now, just to try some Tau tactics out. On the Imperial Space Marines.
Who's in China Fort?
Yeah, we've got a Land Raider. This is something I've meant to run through with my son for a while, about the importance of an opening shot from the Tau. What we're going to have here is we've got one hammerhead, a piranha,
two devilfish,
which each have, according to the codex, you could have up to 4 missiles, but these have each got 2. So we're using this for an opening round. The Tau have got the initiative, so they're opening, and we've got 2 squad of Pathfinders there with marker light rifles, a stealth team with a marker light. Another stealth team with a marker light, and a marker light drone, plus another marker light there. So what we're going to try and start off with is, so that gives us, for the Pathfinders it gives us
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 marker lights.
No, this 4. So there's 8 for the Pathfinders.
Yeah.
9, 10 with Tau guys on, and then 10, 11 because of the
11 because of the
and then one for the
drone.
So that's 11 plus 1 drone. So find out the dice. That's better. So how many hits?
Oh wow, that's a lot of hits for the marker lights.
Just put them so we can count them.
4, 8, 9.
So 9 hits altogether, and we've got 8 rockets plus 1. 8 rockets plus 1 railgun. So that's perfect. So if you re-roll those, and the black will be the railgun, we're looking for anything but a 1 for a hit.
Wow.
You missed with the railgun. That was it. So, oops. So what you now need to do, so they're all hits, and with the Seeker missiles against the front armour of that, you need a 6 for a glancing blow. You've got 1 6.
Okay, this tactic video is now going...
This tactic's not really working very well, is it? 2. It's stunned. So you've thrown a hell of a lot of firepower at there, and it's just stunned.
Well, that's me. I have very
bad luck.
Yeah,
But okay, try again. Now, if the railgun had hit, you'd have got 3, which would have gone to 4, which would have immobilised it from the off.
Yeah,
Which changes everything, because of course at that point
now
everything on Land Raider Crusader only has a 24-inch range. So as long as you keep out that range, which things like the railgun can fire from the other side of the table, there's not really going to be anything it's going to be able to bring.
Inches.
So as long as you don't go near it, it can't kill you.
That's how far.
So that's all that's lethal. So almost all you need to do now is just retreat your men.
Just run your men back. That's exactly what I did in the other video.
Yeah, and then of course you give it another try it again. Had another set of Seeker missiles. Get so many hits, and then you'd just need the 1 to avoid losing any shots. This time it would be much better.
So we got
this time around
stunned, destroyed. Weapon destroyed, or is that wrecked?
No, these are the ones that would armour penetrate. So you'd get two that would penetrate, and then you do a
5, which is wrecked.
A 5 that would be wrecked.
3 is
lost a weapon.
And you would want to go for the multi-melter, in my opinion.
In two rounds, you'd have pretty much crippled it, basically.
Yeah.
It does, but for that scenario, on top of this, you've used up, to take something out that's worth 250 points, you've used up about 160 points worth of rockets.
It's getting close to a Land Raider point.
Yeah. Which, at that point, you'd probably have been better off with two
hammerheads.
Two hammerheads, right? Because you'd have bought just another hammerhead for that.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting tactic.
We've got to do more. We are going to do, hopefully, more tactic videos, because there's there's loads out for everybody else. But
okay, just out of interest, yeah?
Yeah.
We've got the first round, and say we had 2 railguns on these.
Yeah.
So, take 2 dice.
3 and 5.
3 and 5, so you got the marker lights on. So then you'd re-roll them. See?
You didn't see that.
Didn't see that. Both hit! Woohoo! And then what damage would you cause from that?
6 wrecked.
No, 6 would be a penetrating shot.
Oh yeah,
yeah, you got to roll damage. The 12 would have bounced off.
Yeah.
So just roll that 1 dice. Just roll 1 dice.
That was a 4.
And the 4 would have become a 5, which would have wrecked it.
Wrecked.
Because the railgun gets +1 to its dice roll, being an AP1 weapon.
I mean, if you had 3 broadsides and 2 hammerheads against 1 Land Raider,
so maybe that would be the way. Maybe it is better off having 2 hammerheads than too many smart missiles.
Well, you could have 3 broadsides instead of 2 hammerheads. I think that's cheaper. Because they're like 80 points, I think.
Let's have a look. Another tactic. Anti-Land Raider. We're working through these. We found that equipping loads of smart missiles, it seems a good idea.
But expensive. So for the alternative, I suppose...
And an alternative to having 2 hammerheads. This time what we've got is we've got 1 hammerhead. And 2 here and 3 there. Crisis battle suits.
Probably the best would be maybe shield drone, maybe either 1 fusion blaster and 1 plasma rifle.
We're assuming each one's got a fusion blaster.
Or 2 fusion blasters and a shield generator would definitely make sure you get those tanks that you don't like off the board. So so we'll do the jump shoot jump roll, which these guys have, because these have jet jump packs, not jet packs. So you jump out of cover, as so, and that removes those guys.
Yeah. So I'm just going to guesstimate this one. Ba-dum. Ba-dum.
Okay, so
they're all suddenly within 6 inches.
So we'll say that they've all got 2 fusion blasters each, would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 shots. We're saying
2 fusion blasters.
2 fusion blasters.
It's a little unrealistic, but.
So.
How many hits?
5 hits, which is. I just knocked that over. That was a 5. 5 hits, which is good. Then,
but now they need a 6 to penetrate to get through the armour.
You roughly get 2 6s, maybe, if you're lucky.
You've got, so he's managed to get 2, so roll those dice, and it all depends on what these are.
5 and a 5.
5 and a 5, which I think because it's glancing, they go down to it immobilised, and then you'd say remove a weapon.
Yeah.
So you take out the multi-melter.
Yeah.
And it can't move, can't multi-melter. You jump them back. You jump them back.
Wait, in the.
But then you try and hit it with this as well.
Yeah. And then in the sorting phase, you jump these guys back into cover. Yeah. That's the
and what would the
awesome thing about the crisis?
Now that's been done, you'd hit them with the hammerhead, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would hit.
You'd try and use the marker light first.
Yeah, the marker light guys.
Well, you've got the marker light on the front as well.
Oh yeah, so. So
you roll 1d6 to see if you can get a hit. 6, yeah. just when you don't really need a 6. Anything but a 1. That's anything but a 1. That's great. And then you need a 4, 5, or a 6 to wound it. A 4. That's a 4. That's a 3.
Okay, we'll say it's a 4.
Say it's a 4. Say it's a 4.
Yeah.
What would we do? A 1, which would do nothing.
Yeah, do nothing.
Do nothing. Basically, I think one of the problems is we're trying to find an easy way to take a Land Raider, but they cost a lot of points, and probably quite rightly because they do cost a lot of points. They're quite difficult to take. You need the luck of the devil to, technically it is possible with one shot from the hammerhead to
blow it up. Yeah, but you have to be very lucky.
You hit it, you roll a 5 or a 6 to get the penetrating shot, and then you roll another 6, and it's goodbye.
I found that if the crew had like a rocket launcher, like the orcs, like what's it called? A weapon you can move and shoot.
It's not like a blaster, yeah.
Yeah, and like that could just take out a vehicle.
But even orcs don't have huge numbers of them. That's the problem. And to be honest, orcs mainly achieve stuff against vehicles. Things like predators bite by running against it, and just
overwhelming it,
and because they can hit the side armor. Now the problem with this thing
is that the armor's all the same.
The side or the rear armor is as tough as its front armor.
We think that the rear armor should be more weak.
Probably,
just like 1 or 2, because.
But then the whole point of the Land Raider is it's designed to really plough into the centre of the enemy, and all your Terminators. So it's not designed to engage from a distance like your Predators. It's designed to go straight into combat, and then if you wanted something that you could engage the enemy from a long distance, Space Marines is not the solution. What you want is a Lehman Russ battle tank, or you want a hammerhead.
Or even maybe a Basilisk could do the job.
Or a Basilisk. But, Space Marines don't do that. They have to go up close. That's the whole idea of them as an army.
Aren't they like the Germans in World War II? Like, they hate street-to-street fighting.
I think they do.
And, they prefer... they prefer more experienced men to more men.
I don't know, mate. They probably do use cover quite well because the weapons are quite short range. It does suit them to get up as close as possible. There's 24 inches compared to what you can shoot with from like the Tau, who have a longer range. As we say, one of the good ideas with Tau is almost to
stick in a corner.
Is almost to fall back as the enemy fall onto you and try and stay so that you can shoot at them, but you're just out of range.
You're in control of the battle, so you have to always fall back so far so that they're just a tiny bit more out of range. So say, just grab a Marine for instance, and say he's just out of range of this Tau guy. So then in your say he can shoot you next round. Maybe in the shooting phase you want to run him back.
Keep moving him
back.
So that you're getting shots at him, and he essentially has to start running at you in order to close the gap.
But then I suppose you would have more stuff like the Piranhas. I find the most effective thing to maybe take out a Predator without using lots of infantry and wasting points is just 6 drones deep striking behind.
Yeah, he's used that quite effective. Of
The,
course, the cure for that is...
Yes, they have.
A bike. With its 12-inch thing, it can close the distance between you and the town quite a lot, or twice as quick, obviously.
Yeah, but you've seen today how much bikes are...
And bikes cost twice as much...
As a Marine.
So yeah, if we want to give it a visualisation... 2 Marines... or 1 bike, and the bike's, although it's got a slightly higher toughness, it's still just 1 life,
Although the trike one has 2.
It's a very expensive way to have Space Marines in a way. Anyway, this is us signing off. Final result: there is no secret tactic against.
Unless you just pile loads of crude on it and say, just stay there.
Even that won't do anything against it because tanks don't get locked into assault.
Okay, but we'll have more tactical dealers up as soon as possible.
Yeah, well.